Hello everyone, it's Derek. We're gonna try something different today. I'm just gonna play 4 tables of Blitz instead of 2 tables. What this does is that you guys will be able to see more action, and then this is normally the way I play. The downside is that probably you won't be able to explain my thought process as clearly as playing 2 tables. But let's see how this works out and see if you guys like it. If you guys like it, I can do this more often because this is the way I normally play 4 tables, so it doesn't change anything. Instead of like playing 2 tables and then I have to like reduce my hour per rate, my winning rate. This is more normal, so it's a lot easier for me to do this versus doing a 2 table recording because that way I basically cut my winning in half. But on the upside, I can explain every hang and every thought process more clearly. But let's just try this for like an hour or so, and then see if you guys like it. Defend with 10-7 offsuit. Just gonna fucking 4. Jack ace easy defend. King 10 easy defend. Here benefit our calling range a little more, so just gonna bet out. Just gonna fold. Here we're gonna bet a little bit. Here we got called. He could very much be doing this with ace high, but queen benefit his range way more, so we're not gonna bluff at it. Just gonna check behind and get a check at the end. Just gonna check behind. King 4. Here we got 3-bet. Not gonna call that. Here we pocket 3. We're just gonna check and give up. It's not the board we want to bluff with. 10-9 suited here. 3-betting is okay. Folding is okay as well. Under the gun +1 already 3-bet, so it's an easy fold. Here ace jack offsuit against under the gun open. We're just gonna fold here. Our hand just doesn't play that well against their range. Pocket fives here is I'll say you can open half the time and fold half the time too. Here queen nine suited, definitely a call. 3-betting is okay as well. Flop overs and flush draw, definitely gonna check raise this board. Easy 3-bet with ace king off. We're just gonna check raise. We flop 2 overs and a gacha straight draw. We don't have a diamond. If we have a diamond in our hand, our hands will play a little bit better. But queen jack connect with him very well, so I don't like c-betting here. Just gonna check behind. If we had the diamond here, we're definitely gonna c-bet. We're just gonna check. We're just gonna fold to this overbet. He's saying that he has a set or queen jack. I'm just gonna open with 10-9 offsuit, blind versus blind. This guy seems like a fishy player. I got 3-betted. Just gonna fold. Got called by 2 spots. It's gonna see bet. Here, we're just gonna bet a little bit. Club gets there. We can second barrel this. We have jack of heart. Jack of clubs. And then we get there. We have the second nuts. I'm just gonna bet like $20. Gonna see bet small. We don't have that much equity. If this is called, then we're just gonna give up with the hand. Got a gosh shot straight draw. We're actually gonna barrel this, and then maybe go triple barrel if there's another save, depending on what the river is. But in order for him to call here, he has to have like ace queen or something, like a really strong queen. I'm just gonna fold here. We got three betted. Definitely gonna call and see a flop. There's really no reason to four bet. Turn our eights into a bluff. Flop a set. That's nice. We're gonna check it to him and do a check raise. Here we have aces, easy three bets. Queen on the turn. We're only losing to 10-9. Here, we're gonna bet pretty big here. I'm just gonna fold here with ace queen. Here we're gonna see bet. He called the turn. I'm thinking he has like ace queen here. Ace queen, king queen. Just gonna bet like pretty big here. Like we missed the flush draw. He probably has like ace queen or king queen. Yeah, he has ace queen. When he called the turn there, it's pretty clear that he has like a pretty strong queen. If he has like 10-9, he's raising the turn for sure. So we can do like a pretty decent value bet on the river, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna call. Here with king queen facing a button open, we can three bet, we can call, depending on the situation. I think you can do like half the time you can three bet, half the time you can just call. Here we are just gonna call. Gonna check it to him. Here he checks. We're just gonna bet a little bit to protect our equity. I don't think he has a king here. Just gonna check. Here we're just gonna call. Check to him again. Pocket ace is definitely three bet. He calls here. He could have like pocket nines, pocket tens, or any pockets, nines, tens, sevens. I think we can take it down a lot with another bet here. Here he bet again. We're just gonna call. Here we're just gonna do. We're actually gonna check behind here. Just gonna bet pretty big. If he has like nines or tens, he's folding this turn. He bet huge. We're just gonna check call again since all the draw missed. I guess 10 jack gets there, but it's very unlikely. $25 to with the. We don't have the ace of diamonds. So we unblock that draw. So I think we're just gonna call here and then call off if it's not a diamond. Definitely gonna call that. Easy. See, by checking the flop, we get all that extra money on the turn river. Because it's a dry flop. Here, we have a decision here. Um, this is a terrible flop for aces. Just gonna check. He's saying he has ace queen here. He could have like busted flush draw as well. I think with the way we played this hand out, we have to call. Of course, sometimes it's gonna have like aces, kings, and ace queen, but we still have to call. I don't think he has. He could have jack ten as well, but he has a lot more bluff than value hands. I think. I'm just gonna call here. With the way that we underwrap our hands. And he has ace queen, but it's okay. Gonna three bet with ace queen off. This is a pretty terrible turn. I think we're just gonna fold because his range he has a lot of king queen, a lot of ace queen. We just don't beat much here. We just have to fold. Here we flop an ace. Definitely gonna see bet. I mean, over there the king queen hands we probably lose the minimum there. If we three bets, I mean things could get a little worse. So with the way it plays out, I'm pretty happy with it because he could be bluffing there as well, and then we just pick up a lot extra money. But like I said, sometimes we're gonna run into ace queen, aces, and kings. But that's the way it is. It's totally fine. We're just gonna fold here. Thinking about three betting. Here we can put a three bet with king 10. Just gonna flat call. Jack 6 suited is a little bit light to open, but there are two fishes in the blind, so I don't mind. 7-8 definitely gonna defend. We're just gonna check on this flop. We don't have much potential. If there's a one heart, then we definitely see bet. Here we flop middle pair, definitely gonna call. Just gonna fold here. If he bets again, we probably call one more time. Because he could easily have a flush draw. Of course, he could have a queen too, but we're not folding. Oh, that's actually a really bad river. Hopefully he just missed some kind of draw. He has a queen. Nice hint. King queen offsuit facing a three bet. Out of position. I don't like calling. If we're playing, probably putting a four bet. And here we're just gonna fold. Here ace deuce. This is a perfect hand to putting a four bet. We block aces. We block ace king. He called. We're just gonna check behind here and see what he does on the turn. That's actually a pretty bad card. He could have like tens. But he betting so little, we just have to call here and then fold to a river bet. That's definitely not. We're definitely not calling that. Like I said, he could easily have tens there. He could have a set, but I don't think he played a set this way. So we can pretty sure that he has maybe exactly pocket tens here, I think. Because I don't think he's playing this way if he has like jacks, queens, or kings. Definitely not ace king. I was just gonna fold here. I think he got lucky on the turn, but it's okay. Here, ace nine, we're just gonna call. Check fold the flop. Once he checked, I think we can take a step. If he doesn't have a king here, he's folding. Jack's facing under the gun raise. Definitely gonna put in a 3-bet. Definitely gonna squeeze here. Here against the bet and the call. This guy has a... Calling is okay here, since we're pretty deep. Here we flop a set. Just gonna... actually gonna bet a little more here. Because it's a really draw heavy board. Here we had Gasha straight draw. Definitely, and then also a backdoor flush because we are so deep. So this is definitely a call. Now we lose to 10-8. I don't think that's in his range. He could have like a lot of two pair here. Actually, we're just gonna jam here. I think jamming is probably the best play. He's not folding. He could have like a queen and a flush draw or something. He's probably gonna call. So let's just jam it. He's not having too much 10-8 here. Yeah, 10-9 flush draw. Good. We hold. See, like jamming there just gets you maximum value. Here, I'm not sure if we should bluff at this. He probably has ace king. He could have ace queen as well. I'm trying to think if he's gonna fold to a bet. Because if we had jacks and tens here, we're not betting. So when we're betting, we're saying that we have at least a set. But if we had a set, we're probably betting the turn anyway. So we're just gonna check and then just give it up. And then he probably has ace king and he's gonna win, but it's okay. Yeah, ace 10. Shit. But it's okay. I don't think he's folding much there. Even if we bet, I think it's not folding much. If he's a good player, I don't think he's folding ace high there too often. I mean, he might, because he loses to like ace jacks and stuff, but when we're playing so deep, like you just have to be careful. Here we have a Gasha straight draw and a backdoor flush. Definitely gonna continue here. And we gets there. We're gonna check raise this turn. We flop top here. In the straight flush draw. Definitely gonna call there. Not the greatest turn. Once he check behind, we probably have the best hand, but I don't think he's calling with anything worse, so we're just gonna check it to him and call whatever he bets. Here ace 9 suited, definitely can see a flop. We're just gonna put in a raise here to 40. We lose to 10, jack 10. But if he has jack 10, we probably just have to stack him. We just have to call it off. Pretty good river. I'm trying to think if he's gonna call with an ace here. was just gonna bet like 45. He probably had like a strong ace there. If he jammed the river there, that would be really gross for us. We probably had to fold because he only has 10 jack there when he jammed the river. Good thing that he just called. He probably had like ace king, ace queen or something. Oh, he has two pair. Okay, good. Here we flop top pair again. Um, Blind versus blind. We're not folding a pair. Just gonna call and see the turn. Uh, Turn flush draw. Here, we're just gonna bet out. He'll have like a lot of king queen here. He can call the turn with. Obviously, he could have a jack. Here we're just gonna fold. And we're just gonna check it to him here because I don't think he's betting a jack. And then if he has king queen or ace queen, ace king, he's gonna bluff this river, and we can pick up extra money. I guess it could be value betting ace jack, but that's it. He has more bluffing combo than value combo. Here with pocket nines on a jack 10 5 board, we're just gonna check behind because it connects so well with him. He didn't bluff at it. He probably has like king queen, ace king, some kind of draw. King six. Well, same thing. Like if he didn't hit the six on the river, he's gonna bluff at it, so we get extra money. Here we turn open-ended, but it's not really open-ended because king is most likely no good if he has an ace. So just gonna check behind. Here pocket nines facing 3-bet. We're definitely gonna call. I'm just gonna check behind. Hopefully he has like a small pocket pair. Yes, he does. Here ace 10 suited facing under the gun raise. If you want to play this, definitely put in a 3-bet. Here though, we just gonna fold. I mean, it's not like a default thing to 3-bet or to fold. I would say it's pretty close to like 50-50 maybe. So sometimes you can 3-bet, sometimes you just fold. Here, this crazy guy is Israel guy betting over the pot on this flop. Like what the hell? 10-9 suited, definitely a 3-bet. We're just gonna fold. This guy call. He has to like have some kind of nuts. I'm interested to see what they have. Here ace jack facing 3-bet from the blind. We're just gonna fold. Here we got called by 2 spots as 3-better, and this guy dunk into us. This guy has a 63%. This is definitely like a fish. We're gonna put in a raise here just to protect our hand a little bit. And if they jam, obviously we were folding. Because we have aces and kings here. If they jam, means that they don't give a shit about aces and kings. They're saying that they beat aces and kings. So we just have here, we have a gut shot straight draw. We're just gonna check behind. This is kind of weird though, like the way the hand is played. This guy dunk bet, and then he just call, and then without caring about what the original 3-betters do. Got called by 2 spots. It's kind of terrible. They could one of them could have a set here. Should we bet this? Board's so dry. I feel like one of them have a set just with the way it plays. We're just gonna check here. That's actually not the worst river. You should scare them a little bit unless they have a set. Here we got called. He could have, sometimes he could have queens here, but more often than not, he's having like pocket nines, pocket tens. So we're just gonna keep betting for value. Good thing he fold. Yeah, I think this guy has a set here. He probably has like pocket sevens, most likely pocket sevens. We're just gonna fold here. Here we flop top pair. Gonna see bet small. Yeah, we're never beating anything. Like I said, this guy dunk bet the flop and then he just flat calls. So this guy's range is like super strong. Um, I'm thinking he has like pocket seven or pocket fours here. So we're just gonna fold. Hopefully he calls and we get to see a showdown. I don't think he's calling though. He's probably folding. Here we got raised. Um, we're not folding to a raise. Just thinking what he could be possibly raising with. He could be just messing with us because he thinks his range, the flop hits his range much harder than it hits ours. We're just gonna check call here with the flush draw. We can consider check raising as well. Um, yeah, we're gonna check raise here, actually. Hold on, if we check raise, he's gonna jam. If he jams, we cannot call. It's pretty close between calling and raising. If you're raising, he's folding flush draws most likely. Here with aces, we're just gonna 3-bet. Gonna 3-bet. A little bigger because we're a little bit deeper. We're just gonna call here actually. And then we get there on the river. We're probably just gonna check because he's betting a set. He's betting if he has a missed draw. Instead of just dunk betting, I think we get the most value by checking to him and just check call this river. Because if he had a set, he's betting this river, and then if he has like a busted flush draw, he has to bluff at it. So we just call. He has nothing. Huh. Here, talk 7-3 way, definitely gonna call. Flop a set, nice. Here we got called. Pretty good flop for jacks. We're just gonna check. We're gonna bet pretty big here. If we have the spades, and we can bet a little bit smaller because we need less protection. So let's see what he was doing. Here, we'll definitely try to get it in. One of them could have 10 jack. We're just gonna put in a raise here to 80 bucks and get it in. If you run into queens or kings or queens, then so be it. This guy is the only guy who could possibly have kings and queens. This guy doesn't have kings and queens in his range. This guy can't have kings and queens, but if it's set over sets, whatever. Once he fold, then we have the best hand because this guy's never having a pocket kings or pocket queens here. He could have like 10 jack. Like what the hell is this guy? So we see bet the flop and then he raised us with a gut shot straight draw, which is okay too, cause he's just playing his range. So don't look at his play as a terrible play because his range is hit this flop much better than it hit ours because we raised under the gun. We have mostly big cards. Here we're just gonna check behind with a flush draw, and then we add a gutter right now. So his raise on the flop is actually pretty solid and pretty valid. And then on the turn, he just basically continues, which was not wrong. And then he just basically bluffs, three barrel bluff us, which is okay. Here we're just gonna call. And then we get there, nice. Here with king queen, we're gonna put in. Actually, we're just gonna call here. And then he just three barreled the river, which is okay. But I don't think we're ever folding aces here. So if I were him, I'd probably give up on turn. Here. Pocket six here is half and half. Half the time you can open, half the time you can fold. He probably have like just a 10. Let's just bet like really small here. Hopefully a 10 will call. He's not gonna put us on a flush draw because we checked the flop. So yeah, this is if I were him, I'd probably just give up the turn. It's okay to bluff the flop, but once we call the flop raise, like we're saying we have jacks, queens, kings, and aces, and we're never folding those on this kind of board texture. We're not folding the turn, we're not folding the river. So he has to give us somewhere. Here with the sixes and six of club, we're just gonna c bet. Just play our range. This is basically range betting. We raise under the gun. Okay, we're just gonna we're probably gonna triple barrel this if there's no clubs on the river. Queen is not a good card to triple barrel with. He's never folding a queen. We're just gonna check behind here. He probably has like a queen. If he has like ace of club with nothing, then we win the pot, obviously. Oh yeah, pocket nice. He should fold the turn, dude. Like that's a bad play for him, even though he won't. But more often than not, he's gonna they me three bet me. What the hell? Okay, not folding to that. Yeah, that was a terrible play by that guy because pocket nice is definitely a fold on turn. But of course, you can, people do whatever they want, right? Here, facing a dunk bet, we're just gonna call and see what he does. Here he has a 9. Okay, good. Ace 9 with defending. When he raised under the gun raiser, when he 3-bet under the gun raiser like that in small blind, he has a really strong range. So we're just gonna give up with the jack 9 suited. He raises and he calls. Oh, this is kind of like a gross spot. Like our hands is like in the middle of nowhere, but like this raise is like really small. But I'm not exactly sure what we beat here. I guess we can hope that we can hit a jack on a turn. That's like the only thing. But they bet so small, we have to call here. It's kind of suck, but it's the way it is. This guy's definitely a fish. I'm just gonna check it to him and see what happens. Here we turn a flush draw. Just gonna bet like really small here. We can have a lot of jacks here. We can have a king. If he has nothing, he's gonna fold to this bet. We're just gonna check fold here. He bet very little. We just have to call. Ace 8. Oh, we chop here. Just gonna check to him depending on how much he bets. I don't think he has that much because he 3-bet really small pre-flop. He could obviously have ace king, but with this bet we have to call. There's just no option to fold because we only have to be right here like 20% of the time. Like, I mean, we just have to call. If he has ace king, he has ace king, right? Yeah. Nice hand. But we're never folding there to that bet because his bet was way too small, and then that's not winning play long term because he's losing a lot of value, right? Here, Jack 10 suited is it? You can 3-bet, you can fold. Calling is I don't like calling here. Here Ace 7 suited, just gonna 3-bet. We're just gonna fold here. Oops. Yeah, over there Jack 10 is Jack. It's fine. Like I never thought we're ahead there, but just the amount that he was betting, there's just no reason for us to fold. Like I mean, even though I knew he could most likely have ace king and ace queen, we're still not gonna fold because of the amount he betted. It's very small. It just gives us a good price to continue. Here, facing a 4-bet, this is kind of like a fishy player, but if it's against a stronger regular, he could be doing this with the air. He could be 4-betting bluff more often. Against this guy, we're just gonna fold because he's not gonna do this kind of move. Pocket 3s facing under the gun raise is normally a fold, unless you have the blinds who are This guy just retarded. Um, Unless like two blinds just don't three bet as much, then you can consider calling. But most of the time, if you call and then the blinds have really high three bet frequency or squeeze percentage, you're just basically spazzing your money. Here, 7-8 suited, facing under the gun plus one three bets. We're pretty deep, so I'm okay seeing a flop. Flop open in this straight draw, not the best because jacks. If jacks hits, then if he had any king, then it's a better straight. So I don't really like our hands that much. We're just gonna check to him and see what he does. He probably doesn't like this flop as much too. Facing a $10 bet, so pretty much we are only good with a 6 on the turn and maybe like any spades, but it would be very difficult to call another like 70%, 80% bet on the turn. So it's probably better to just give up and fold here. Here ace king against a fish player, like I like c betting. It's okay, I think, because I think they're over folding a lot. Here we flop bottom pair, we're just gonna check behind. Pretty good turn for us. If we're ahead on the flop, we're still ahead right now. He could be betting this with like Jack 10, King Jack, King 10. So we're just gonna call. Proceed the river. Obviously 10 Jack gets there. We're folding to another bet. If we bet again, then we're probably folding. I guess flush draw misses, but I think he has more value range than bluffing range, so we're just gonna fold here. King nine suited, we're gonna fold. If nobody raises, we're gonna open. Ace nine offsuit is a fold, suited and can consider three betting. Never see this guy before. Flop middle pair, pretty draw heavy board. We're gonna bet a little bigger here. 60%. Here we got three betted in a blind. His range is pretty strong because we raised under the gun, and then for him to squeeze in small blind, he has to like have like at least ace queen and better. So we're definitely gonna put in 4 bets to $60. Here we flop open this straight draw. Just gonna see bet. He just call here. He could have like queens. He could have ace king. But we have ace of spades, so if he had ace king, he's folding to any kind of flop here, any kind of bet here. You're just gonna check. He could have like jacks. He could have jacks, queens, and kings. So we're just gonna bet. He has 160. We're just gonna bet like 35 and then jam the turn. He just folded. He probably had to just have ace king. Pretty smart for him to just call the 4 bet there, because a lot of bad player they're just 5 bet jam, but good player will recognize when somebody raised under the gun and then you 3 bet from a small blind and then facing a 4 bet from under the gun raiser, then that means really really strong ranges like ace king queens and plus. So if I were him there, I would just flat call ace king suited as well. And then obviously on the flop he missed, so he just fold. But a lot of bad player they're just 5 bet jam ace king there, which is a huge mistake. I'm trying my best to explain my thought process. Um, Here we flop a flush. We're actually gonna dunk bet here. By donk betting here, we're saying we have a jack and then maybe no hearts. And we're gonna bet again. Here we're gonna second barrel with ace queen. We're just gonna fold here. I'm calling is okay too. We have a gut shot. Here river pair the board. I don't think he has the set too much here. But I don't think he's calling. He might have like ace jack, which can call us. I'm thinking if we should bet or check to him, so he can bluff at it. I think we're gonna check to him and call it down. Hopefully he'll bluff at it. I don't think he's betting ace jack though. He has like, yeah. We probably missed a bet. He probably had like a pretty strong jack, ace jack, king jack. Oh, he only has 7-9. Okay, then it doesn't matter. He's not calling a river bet. I actually like our play, because we check it to him, and then he could easily turn his hand into a bluff. But he just decided not to go for it. But a lot of good players, they'll just go for it with a bluff on the river, and then we pick up extra value. Here we flop middle pair, gonna bet pretty big here. Here, pocket fives, we're gonna check call the flop. With aces on this board, we're gonna check behind. We're gonna call here. Pretty good turn, we're gonna check call again. He check again, we're gonna bet. We're gonna call again and check fold the river. Flush gets there, that's kind of bad. But he might give up too. He have jacks, nice hand. Easy fold. I think we're playing a little bit slower than usual. It's because I try to explain my thought process, so it's a little bit slower game. Normally I'll play a little faster. Here he checked twice. We're just gonna bluff the turn. It's nice suited. He called, and then we get there on the river. I think we just bet like really small here. Hopefully like a 9 or 8 would call. Here we're just gonna bet really small c bet against a fishy player. Here facing a dunk bet, we're just gonna fold with not much equity and draw. We got call here. Just gonna check fold. Not exactly sure what he's calling with. Guess he could have like a 5 or something, like a small pair. This is kind of weird, dude. The way he bets this, because I think with a 5 he's never betting. With like pocket 7s or 6s or 8s, he's never betting. He could have a jack here. Now we're just gonna fold. It's pretty close. I think ace high could be the best hand sometimes here. But against the unknown fish, I'm just gonna give him credit for real hands, because fish normally bluff less. Suited, you're just gonna check behind again. King 10 suited, got 3-bet. He has only half the stack, so we're just gonna fold here. If he has like, if he's deeper, he's like 400 bucks or something, we can consider calling. Here, facing under the gun plus 1 3-bet. That is pretty strong. I guess ace queen suited is definitely a call. Ace queen offsuit leaning towards 4-betting or fold. In here, we probably just gonna fold. We're kind of deep. I don't want to 4-bet and then play out of position. 180 big blind deep. So let's just fold there. It's fine. We only invested $4.50. You don't have to make it such a big pot because of ego problem. You just have to like drop your ego sometimes. You just have to know sometimes like the situation is not the best for you. Then you just kind of play whatever the situation is instead of like having big egos. I mean, people could always like bluff you, right? But doesn't matter. Like ace jack offsuit, here's another situation. We raise under the gun and then he's 3-betting us. He's saying he doesn't give a shit about ace king, ace queen. He has better. Of course, sometimes he could be bluffing as well. But coming from a cutoff, he has a real hand more often than not. So just gonna fold. Pocket threes, we're calling this bet, but once the button 3-bets, pocket three is a clear fold. Ace queen suited, definitely gonna 3-bet here. Jack knight suited facing cutoff 3-bets. I like 3-betting here. Probably should 3-bet a little more because he's deeper. This guy 4-bet, he has like a really strong hand. This guy's saying that he has aces and kings, queens, ace king. Ace queen suited is just not that good against his range, so we're folding anyways. Because under the gun raise is strong, right? So with 3-bet means our hands is like super strong too. We're saying we have ace king, kings, and kings, queens, aces, and then he just doesn't give a shit and putting a 4-bet. So his range is basically aces, kings, ace king suited. That's it. So we're just gonna fold here. Calling here is a big mistake. I mean, you can, but like what you're gonna do, like when you hit the ace, they can have like ace king. When you hit a queen, they can have aces and kings. You're just never good, right? Unless you flop a flush, but how often is that, right? So just gonna fold there. Calling there is a huge mistake, just because the dynamic of under the gun raise, under the gun plus 1 call, and then we 3-bet. That makes our hands really really strong. And then he's basically say that he doesn't give a shit about our range, and he's just gonna put in a 4-bet in the blind out of position. So he has too much aces and kings there. uh, 10-9 offsuit, folding to under the gun raise. 10-9 offsuit, folding to under the gun raise. Pocket fours. We can 3-bet here, but he only has $50, so we're just gonna fold. If he has like more money, then there's more room we can play. Here against the limper, we're just gonna isolate him with a 4x raise. Jack 7 offsuit very close to raise. We're just gonna fold here though. This guy's a friend, so we're just gonna give him like a friend tag. Let's do blue. Friend. Under the gun raise, ace 7 offsuit is never a call. Ace 4 offsuit. It's pretty close to defending, but I don't like to play this hand out of position. It just creates a shitload of trouble. I'd rather play like Queen 6 suited there. Um, I don't want to see bad this board because it hits his range pretty well. He's never folding like Queen Jack, Queen 9, Jack 9. He's never folding. So we're just gonna check behind and see a turn. Here, three-way is the call. Here we're just gonna see bet with Ace King. Oh, when he checked the second time, we can start betting. Ace 8 offsuit. You can three bet. You can fold either way. Four bet. Up here, which probably just gonna fold. Don't want to go too crazy against a fishy player. Queen 10 offsuit, so fold here. Ace queen suited, easy open. Pocket fours. One over cards. Definitely gonna bet. Bet like 60%. When he calls here, he's saying that he has knight, or he could have a flush draw. We're just gonna keep barreling here, I think. With the gacha straight draw. Pick up extra equity. He has knight, of course he's never folding here, but anything else he's folding. Here, 10 jack. It's gonna do a c bet. Ace 9 suited is a defend. When he calls here, a fishy player, I don't know what he has. He could have a queen, he could have a 5, he could have flush draw, but we're not gonna try to bluff him. Flush draw gets there, we don't beat anything now. Whatever he bet, we're just gonna fold. And then if he check, we're not gonna bluff. Because he's never folding a queen, he's never folding a flush, obviously, he's never folding a 5, so just gonna give up. Flop a queen. Let's do a small c bet. Here with pocket queens, definitely gonna 3 bet. Middle pair here. Definitely gonna c bet. Gonna bet pretty big here. Because our hands need more protection. Here, ace 8 suited. We can 3 bet, we can fold. I'm probably just gonna fold here. Queen nine suited is pretty close. We're just gonna raise with two fishes in a blind. Defend with 7-8. Once we got 3-bet, it's a clear fold. We flop top pair, gonna check call the flop. Here, three-way easy call. This is a bad flop. We're just gonna check fold here. Just gonna check. We're gonna check raise here actually. This flop hits our range way more than his. We can have all the pocket 8s, pocket 5s, pocket 3, 8, 5, 6, 7. He calls. We're just gonna barrel this. Pick up extra equity. Have an open-ended straight draw to go with our top pair here. If he calls here, he's saying that he has jacks and better. And we just have to hit our straight or two pair. We don't. He could have two spades or two hearts here. So the best play is probably just check call, depending on how big he bet. I think anything below a pot size, we have to call him down, because I don't think he's betting a. I don't think he's betting a jack here. 6-7 gonna call in position. Yeah, because any 4 makes it a straight. I don't think it's gonna bluff too much here. We have backdoor flush draw and a gut shot. He has pocket 9 edge. Like I say, when he called the turn, he has like over pocket pairs or something. Here we're just gonna call and then see what the turn brings. We can continue here. We didn't. If like the turn is a diamond, then we can continue. But it wasn't, so we just have to give it up. Queen 10 offsuit. Could 3-bet there, but it was against a friend, so. A nice offsuit, fold, fold. Pocket kings, obviously 3-bet. Flop trips. Here, 3 clubs. We're just gonna c-bet small here. And then here, we're just gonna check behind. We're gonna bet pretty big here. Just gonna fold. Spades get there. Just have to check behind. He he raised here. He's saying that he has a flush or a set, or at least 2 pair. Yeah, we're just gonna value bet here. Oh, probably just gonna fold here. We don't have a club to continue. I mean, he could be bluffing us, but it's just a tough spot. I guess either way is fine. He could be doing that with the ace of clubs. But our hand just doesn't have much value to continue. We're drawing dead against a flush. And then when we are not drawing dead, he has like a lot of equity against our hand anyways. So it's not a great spot. Yeah, pocket 8s, we're gonna check all this flop. This guy never folds to any c-bet, we're just gonna check. Here on this board, I guess we do a small c-bet. He could have like king queen. He calls here. He never had ace king here. He could have king queen. He could have some kind of flush draw. He could have a set. We're just gonna check behind and see what he does on the river. That's a terrible river. Might not be a good. Oh, this is a friend. Too bad. Here we river a set. We're just gonna value bet. Um, we lose to king queen. I don't think he's ever folding king queen though, so I'm just gonna check. Yeah, he has king queen. His hand was pretty faced up. I guess we could turn our hands into a bluff and bet like super huge on the river, but since we check the turn, it's less believable. We could have like ace queen there and do that, but it's we have to like. I guess we could like pot it or something. But if you bet like 70% of pot, I think he's calling there regardless. So even though his hand was kind of faced up, we're still not gonna be able to make him fold. I guess. I mean, we could always try, but why, right? He could have a set there as well. We got 4 bet. If we're suited, we can consider calling. Offsuit, just gonna fold. Gonna check behind here. When he checked twice, we're gonna start betting. Hopefully he has like king jack or something, but most likely he has a 10. Yeah. 4-5 suited, definitely gonna defend with it. Just gonna fold. Gonna bet a little bit here. Ace jack facing under the gun raise. It's a fold. Suited, we can 3-bet. Flop a set. We're only losing to queen jack. He's never having queens there. Gonna see bet this. Ten jack, 10, 9, 10 suited, definitely a raise. Can't call this. Got 3-bet from the small blind. And a 4-bet from big blind. Great. I was just saying that we could put in a 4-bet here. But now, obviously, we're folding. Just gonna fold. Ace 9 off suit. Against our buddy. Pocket 5 is a fold. 3-bet, definitely folding. Ace 10 off suit. We could 3-bet here, but obviously we're gonna fold here. I guess we can 4-bet bluff, but there's no reason to do it. Against a Fisher player, you just have to be a little extra careful because they're not folding as much. Here we got 3-betted, we're pretty deep, and then it's only less than 3x, so it's definitely callable. We're folding here, defending here. Oh, pretty good flop for us. Open-ended, double gutter with a flush draw. Probably gonna check raise here. We're gonna bet out. We miss everything. Just gonna check fold. Here we got 4-bet, we're just gonna get it in. It's pretty clear. And it's king, chop chop. I'm just gonna fold. This is kind of weird. What the hell is he doing this with? He's saying that he has a set. Good for you. Here we're gonna call once. We still be ace king, ace queen, king queen. He check, which is good for us. Probably gonna put in a little bit of bet here to protect our hand. Maybe like $20. I'm giving a good price to call with ace king, ace queen, king queen. And then he has to get there. That kind of suck. Obviously we are folding now. It's like one of the worst card that can be out there. If any safe card, like cards below queens, then we're definitely winning this pot, I think. We just have to fold here. Here we turn at 9. We're just gonna bet. With the jack of diamond as a backup. Pocket sixes. Half the time you can fold here, half the time you can open. Flop middle pair and the backdoor flush draw and gut shot straight draw. Definitely gonna see bet here. Here we have only one overcard. We're gonna put in a raise here actually. Wrapping the jack. Once it's called, then he's saying that he has a jack. But it's a pretty good turn for us. We have an open-ended straight draw. No reason to bet here. We just have to check and hopefully get there on the river. We don't. Obviously folding to a bet. He check. That makes him feel like he has like pocket eights, pocket nines, pocket tens or something. Is he gonna fold to a bet? Since we checked the turn, it's unlikely we have a jack, so he might just call with the eights and nines or sevens. So we're just gonna check behind and hopefully he has nothing. Ace jack, ace king, nice. Pocket threes, cut off, easy open. King queen offsuit. Not gonna bet this, just check behind. Here we got 3-betted. Pocket threes against 2 players on queen jack deuce board. It's just never good. They're never folding. This flop connect with their range way too hard. King jack suited. Here we're gonna see bet small. You can make a case for a call. You can fold. In here we pre-flop razor. It's pretty close. We're just gonna fold here. I don't think I was just gonna fold. I mean, king jack suited there, you can call there like maybe 40% of the time, 40-50% of the time. Folding is perfectly fine as well. King queen obviously gonna 3-bet. Against the button open, got cold called by big blind, fishy player. Check 10. Got called by 2 spots. Shall we bet this against 2 players? I think we should try. Bet like 30% the pot. I backdoor flush draw to go with it. Here we got jack 2 twice. Gonna start betting. Oh, he jammed. Obviously that's a fold. Nice hand. Let's check behind. Gonna put in a C bet. Ace 2 suited. Easy open. Suited A7. Blind versus blind. Easy open. Got 3-betted. Hold on. Here we're just gonna defend. If we're gonna continue here, we have to put in a 4-bet. I don't like calling. We're just gonna fold here. And we're gonna fold here as well. Gonna put in a 3-bet here with the suited ace against cutoff off open. Pocket 7, easy call. Flop overs and flush draw. Gonna see bet small. Pretty dry boy. It's very hard for him to connect with anything. He called a flop fairly quickly, so he could have like a small pocket pair, maybe 7s, 6s, 5s, something like that. We're gonna check here actually. He could have some 10s as well. Here with queens. Oh, we're just gonna see bet small. We're gonna bet like a little bit, like $10. Hopefully like 7s will call. He doesn't. He check raise. Pretty dry flop. I actually don't think he's check raising with the king. I mean, he's saying that he has a 5. I guess we call here and then fold to the turn. Because with the king, I don't think he's check raising here on this flop that much. Pocket eights is easy call. He's saying that he has a five. Once he check here, we're pretty sure we're ahead. I mean, he could have like small pocket pairs, like sevens, eights, knights, or something like that. I'm just gonna check behind and see what he does on the river. River is seven. Hopefully he doesn't have pocket sevens. He check behind. We should be good here most of the time. I mean, he could have some. Sometimes he could have a king with pocket tens. Yeah, just gonna check. Okay, he has nothing. He has like complete air. With pocket tens here, we can four bet. Um, Here we turn a Gasha straight draw. Oh shit, we're out of time. Ah, fuck, that's a bummer. We're never folding there. I was thinking about either calling or four betting, but we got timeout. Here we're just gonna call with the flush draw. I don't think we're winning much here. Most of the time he has jacks, queens, and kings. Sometimes you could have ace two. Don't think we're good here. On this flop, we're just gonna check call. We're just gonna fold here. I don't think we're beating much at all. Gonna bet here. I pin the queen. Gonna try to wrap up the session pretty soon here. Not exactly sure how well we did. Probably like pretty even or up a little bit maybe. King Jack offsuit against button open. Definitely gonna defend. Is Jack gonna defend? Pretty bad turn. Just gonna check. Flop top pair here. We're gonna check raise him. Just gonna check. Hopefully he has like small pocket pair. Just give up. We're gonna check raise here. Once he bet, we're almost never good here. I think. Yeah, I'll just have to fold. Here with the ace, easy call. He called check raise. Here we had the pair and the flush draw. Gonna check again. Here we're gonna bet pretty big. We're gonna bet like over the pot actually. Actually, we're gonna do like 55. Just so that he has a lot of Jack 10, Queen Jack, got shot, and maybe with the flush draw. So we have to bet pretty big, charge him for it. Here river is queen. Here calling is fine, raising is fine as well. We're just gonna put like a value bet. Hopefully he has like a worse ace. Gonna check again here. That's actually a pretty bad card. We're just gonna check. And if he's a good player, he might jam here. That would put us in a brutal spot. Exactly like this. 48, we're folding here. We got raise here. Just gonna fold. You could have a flush. Let me think about this one. This is pretty rough. I'm not even sure what do we beat here. Pretty sure he has queen jack here. Like it's almost like it's like 70% of the time he has queen jack here. And I guess you could have a boat as well. But are we really folding trips? I guess we have to call. It's pretty close. He could have a boat here. He could have queen jack. I don't think queen jack calls the turn though. I think he has the boat or nothing, like a busted draw. I mean, we unblock flushes, so I think we have to call. Ah, fuck, pocket tens. That's brutal. But I don't think we did anything wrong there. He just got lucky there with the two outers, which happens. I mean, if we had like some kind of diamonds there, we probably would lean more leaning towards folding. But yeah, we unblock all the diamonds, so it's gonna be very difficult. He just got lucky there. Nothing wrong with his play as well. I mean, calling on the turn is kind of questionable, but I mean, whatever, right? He can call like 1.5 pot turn and then get there with the two outers. You just have to congratulate him with the luck. He just gets there. Three bet position. We're just gonna fold here. Here we can put in a 4-bet. We're just gonna call the session for now. Fabakasha here. Just gonna check behind against this guy. He's never folding any. He's folding to c-bet like 13% of the time. Turn gut shot. We don't have any clubs though, so it's not good to do anything here. Just kind of give up here. That's fine. Okay. Let's see how we do. I think we only like down a little bit maybe. Not exactly sure. We are down a little bit. $92. Session started out pretty well. At height, we're up $600 and kind of like on the way down, and then we took that big hit on the river. Pretty even session, I guess. Let's see some of the hands we lost. Obviously, that ace-9 was a big one. We got two outers there. There's really nothing wrong with the play. I mean, raise, call, check, raise, he call. We overbet the pot, which is a great decision. Maybe should make it a little bigger, but I don't think he's folding. Even we bet like 60, I think he's calling. He called because there's two flush draw on the flop on the board, and then he just hit the two outers, which kind of suck. I mean, he could have queen jack here sometimes, but I just don't think queen jack would call the. I just don't think queen jack would call this bet. Even with queen jack of diamond or queen jack of clubs, he's still not getting the right value to call and overbet. Consider we could have a boat here. So yeah, and then he decided to call with tens. That's actually bad. Tens are pretty easy fold there. Because we're not doing this with any flush draw or like combo draw. We're just not gonna do it on a pair board. And then it gets down the river, obviously. Um, yeah, overall just bad luck. Nothing wrong with it, I think. I mean, river we can make a case for fold, but like I say, we unblock all the flush draws. So it's very hard for us. Like we unblock diamonds here and we unblock clubs. So yeah, we have like some. If we have a hand that blocks some kind of draw, then it's more likely that we fold there, and then every other hand just standard pretty much. Pretty much an even session. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Um, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.